Season 2 of Food is Medicine. I'm your host, Sunya Arash, and in today's video, we will be talking about the importance of sleep. Before we start, let's watch a short clip about it.
Sleep is one of our body's strongest allies. It can lift your mood, improve thinking and memory, lower stress and blood pressure, and help boost your immune system. That's quite a lot of benefit considering you don't have to lift a finger.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you found the clip helpful. So in today's video, we have Dr. Riffat Sadiq, CEO of WNY Medical PC and a physician with over 30 years of experience. Welcome, Dr. Riffat Sadiq.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start with what is the importance of sleep?
Sleep is extremely important for our overall health. So we have to really pay attention on our sleep. How many hours we sleep, what pattern, what timings. So all of this is important. So if we don't do well on our sleep, it's going to affect our overall health. So I'm going to urge everyone that you need to sleep properly and for appropriate hours.
And does it affect on our memory?
Oh, sure. Because the sleep is, as people can imagine that how it's going to affect our brain. In our brain, we have a substance or a transmitter which we call dopamine. And dopamine really directly affects our memory. If we don't have enough dopamine in our system, we can have memory impairment, and then we will have Alzheimer or dementia. Any name you give to that, we will have that. And then dopamine is also very, very important to avoid the Parkinsonism disease. The Parkinsonism disease is something in which you have seen maybe that people will start having shakes, start with the hand shake and then the whole body starts shaking, and then also their memory impairment. So Parkinsonism disease is also due to we don't have enough dopamine in our system. How dopamine is related to the sleep? Yes, it is, because it only gets out in our system between 10 to 12 p.m. So if we don't sleep during that time, we will not get that dopamine for that day. So people ask me, we will get tomorrow. But no, if we don't sleep tonight between 10 to 12, we lose that dopamine. We lose that quota for the day. So if we are losing dopamine every day, which a lot of people are losing dopamine every day, every night actually, so I am seeing a lot more Parkinsonism disease these days, and I'm seeing a lot more memory impairment and dementia. I'm seeing in young people these two problems. So to avoid this, I'm going to advise all my audience to please pay attention on your sleep pattern. Please pay attention on what time you sleep. Between 10 to 12 is very important.
Very well. Does it have any effect on our immune system?
Absolutely, because when we are sleeping, our body is making white cells, we call lymphocytes, we call leukocytes. So those are our defense forces. If we get the bacteria or other things in our system, these cells actually fight for us. So if we don't have enough these cells, our immune system is down. So we will not have enough defensive force for us in our system. So any little things, we will get sick. Urinary tract infection, flu, and all those little things, people will get sick a lot. So this is very, very important. We should sleep properly so we get our immune system stronger.
I also heard it does affect on weight gain. Is that true?
Yes, that's my problem, because I do sleep, but I don't sleep enough hours. So this is what happens at night. Our metabolic rate is on the slower side. Whatever we eat at night, we don't burn it properly. So if we eat up all night, we tend to eat more. So weight gain is one of the side effects of poor sleep.
So how many hours of sleep do we need in a day?
At least I would say minimum of 7 hours. But if 6 to 8 hours, if somebody's like, I will try to do at least minimum of 6 to 7. So, but 8 is perfect. So try to sleep around maybe 10. If not 10, you do it 11 because we still will get 1 hour of dopamine. So between 10 to 12, try even 11:30 or 11, but 11 to, I would say, 6 or 7, 6 o'clock.
Thank you so much. Does it affect on our skin?
Absolutely. You know, as you know, this is our favorite topic, but skin is not an isolated item. It's connected with our body. If we have a good immune system, if we are having a good weight, not heavy, so one thing leads to another. And also, when we are not tired, everything is showing up on our skin. So if we are sleeping properly, our skin will shine. We will have a fresh and happy skin. So it's very important.
Well, how much it's important for mental health?
You know, especially these days, I have seen the young people are very anxious and depressed because of this sleeping. This is what I did a little bit of kind of I dig into it. Why this is a very common anxiety and depression. Because if you're not sleeping properly, you're very anxious next day, and then you cannot focus on the school and your work. And then what happened? They take the stimulants and they take the drinks, and then they take all these things which are going to affect their body. So one thing leads to another. So then anxiety leads to depression, and now they are to the doctor, and then this doctor give them medication. Medication have side effects. So one thing leads to another. So why don't we see what is the root cause? The root cause may be the simple. That can be just the lack of sleep, or not sleeping proper hours, or not sleeping appropriate hours. So that's very important. So maybe there are some real anxiety and depression, but sometimes the anxiety and depression can be just by a simple cause, and that is lack of sleep.
I heard from lots of my friends they cannot go to sleep fast. How can we go to sleep fast?
So first of all, you know, we have telephones and we have a bigger TVs, we have smaller TVs, screens. We have to avoid screens. Then we have to avoid coffee or tea at night. Give ourselves, if we're planning to sleep around 10 or 11, then don't drink coffee or tea after 7 p.m. So let's plan our day. Let's plan the whole day. Let's plan the sleep, what time we are going to sleep, what time I'm going to wake up. So let's plan our life. And then we need to also make sure that we don't go to bed hungry. A banana is known as a sleeper. So that's what I do. I'll take one banana every night. That gives, my stomach is now full, so it will give me good sleep. Also warm glass of milk with little honey, that's going to help a lot. So if people are, you know, lactose intolerance, they can have almond milk or they can go with banana. So either choice, but make your stomach full. And also avoid caffeine, which I did actually. I used to have a cup of tea at night, which I stopped doing it, so it did help me. So avoid caffeine, and most importantly, happy thoughts. So you have to think something which you love, like, and when you go to bed, just think about good things, positive things, and also meditation. I mean, just pray. You know, that's what I do. Few things I just will do something, repeated something. Praying is also going to be helpful.
What happens if we don't get enough sleep?
So there are a lot of problems we get, and I mentioned earlier, but the common one are fatigue and also headache. Sometimes people get to this problem so often that migraine all the time, so they should look into their sleep pattern. People also have a problem, they will be fatigued, lack of focus, and then eventually it's going to it's a snowball effect. One thing leads to another. So overall, your whole life is going to be upside down if you don't sleep properly.
Very well. Does it affect on our mental health?
Absolutely, and this is so common these days, especially with younger people, because young people tend to be up all night, they're studying all night, or then they're, that's very common, and then they are not able to focus next day. So there's a lot of anxiety. They don't know where the problem is. So if they are not performing well, then they are going to be depressed. So anxiety and depression is very, very common. And then once they get this label of bipolar or anxiety or depression, then the doctor is going to give them a lot of medications. The medications are going to have side effects. But we need to see where the problem is. Can we see what our sleep pattern is? Can we work on that? Can we also work on how we can sleep enough hours? Or let's diagnose our real problem, and which is sleep.
Thank you so much for all information and helpful tips, Dr. Riffat Sadiq.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like our video and don't forget to subscribe to Dr. RS's channel.